What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Vocal J back with another video for you guys, man. And as you see by today's video, we are currently reacting.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's
1090 Jake, man. We reacting to 1090 Jake, you guys, and we're gonna see his thought on Max B getting released from prison early. If you're new to my channel, hit that like button, subscribe, don't see none of my videos, man. Without further ado, let's jump into this banger, man.
Jake, I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me, and for this video, we're gonna be speaking on New York legend Max B being released from prison after what, 16 years? Let's jump right into it.
Now let his kids go. Where's daughter?
Let's not get close to the gate, guys. They're gonna tell us to move.
Let's see it. Hold up. Where's daughter? Let little Sharon get in there. Let little Sharon get in there. Go. Where little Sharon at?
I'm gonna get on the phone. Hold up.
Yo, them jeans ain't tight enough.
He said them jeans ain't tight enough. This is a beautiful moment, man. Getting to actually hug your kids on the other side of the fence after 16 years. Y'all saw how he kind of like got hesitant too with his daughter, because that's father and son is one thing, but a father and a daughter, I just feel like it's a different type of love. It's a different type of embrace. And he was definitely like, he took that second before hugging her. This is a beautiful moment right here. Now that wasn't all though, and if y'all didn't know, which anybody who knows Max B knows this, one of his closest friends is none other than French Montana, who also was able to pull up for Max B's release.
Right.
Back together.
Finally did it. Good. Let's go get that set. Finally did it. We going to Morocco. We going straight.
He talking about we going to Morocco. Now y'all gotta understand, this is dope right here. Even though I paused it at a crazy moment. There we go. No, it didn't even get no better. This is a dope moment. You gotta understand, their friendship goes back longer than a lot of my viewers have been alive. Yeah. Maybe not for this video, because if you clicked on this video, you're gonna be a little bit older, right? Because Max B was before me. You gotta understand, he went down in like what, 2006? I was in maybe 6th grade. I think 7th grade for me was 07, something like that. Yeah, like I was middle school around this time. But for those that don't know, I'll make you aware. We're going to speak on who Max B is and some of the rumors that have actually come out leading up to his release. Because you know how nowadays, from Big Meech to Young Thug, the snitching shit is all over the place, right? And people are coming home and not met with the love that they think they're going to get. It's the complete fucking opposite. Charlie Wingate, born 1978, better known by Max B, is an American rapper and singer. He's best known for his solo Public Domain and $1 Million Baby. He made his mixtape debut in 2006. Following a streak of financial grievances, Max B parted ways with Jones in 2008 because he was with Jim Jones' Bird Gang. Okay, so then it was 2009. He was sentenced to 75 years in prison on conspiracy charges pertaining to an armed robbery, kidnapping, aggravated assault, and felony murder. These are some big boy charges, right? And to have been aligned with Jim Jones during the height of Bird Gang, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, why even be involved in something like that unless he was just a street dude that was with the shit? But we're gonna get into all of that right now. Now, this is one of the many appeals by Max B, and within the appeal, it's gonna detail, you know, it also has his co-defendant here. It's gonna detail what took place in this situation. So the trial evidence presented by the state, including the testimony of co-conspirator Gina Conway. Now, Gina was Max B's girlfriend at the time, and we'll get into this. Max B and his co-defendant, who is his stepbrother, were 28 and 21 years old in September of 2006. So it did happen in 06. He was sentenced in 09. People knew them as brothers, but they may have been stepbrothers. Max B's on and off again girlfriend, Gina Conway, was an exotic dancer at a Bronx club named Sin City. One of the victims attracted to her precipitated the events that culminated in another victim's homicide. So more or less what the situation was, Max B's girl was a stripper. She meets a rich dude and she puts Max B onto the lick. Yo, this dude's got mad money. He's driving around expensive cars. He's got Louis bags with mad money in it. Max B is like, all right, bet. We're going to get that done. It was supposed to be a robbery. That's all it was supposed to be. But as we all know, when these things take place, they don't always go according to plan. The two victims, Alan Plowden and David Taylor, were partners in a criminal enterprise that included mortgage, real estate, and credit card fraud. They drove expensive cars around New York City, and Plowden often carried a Louis Vuitton bag containing cash, sometimes as much as $40,000. In September 19, 2006, while in the Bronx, Plowden noticed Conway standing across the street. He introduced himself, then took her to a bar where they had a drink. So this big fraud artist sees this stripper, takes her out, and that's how these things happen, right? And little does he know, she's fucking Max B, who's with the shit, and he's a lick. He doesn't even realize he's about to get robbed. Now, at another time, they met, and again, these two guys with two women and the girl spent the night in the club and eventually returned to a Holiday Inn where he shared a room with one of the women, Giselle Neves. Taylor shared a room in the same hotel with the other women, whatever. Before going to bed, Plowden hid all but $1,000 of his cash, as well as his wallet, jewelry, and car keys under the plastic liner of a trash can. He hid the remaining $1,000 under his bed's mattress and then went to bed while Neves showered. The crimes were committed in his room later in that morning. Now, Gina told Max B about this guy's money. When he asked how much, she replied a lot. Max B then said he was going to get him, which Gina understood as meaning that Max B was going to rob him for his money. Now, on the way to the hotel room, Max B's stepbrother and co-defendant put on gloves, took duct tape from his pocket, and displayed a handgun. The girl Gina, who had not seen any of these items previously, became nervous because this was not part of the plan. Like I said, nothing goes according to plan. When they arrived at the room, the co-defendant told Gina to use her card key to open the door, but it didn't work. She then called his phone and could hear it ringing, but he didn't respond. She knocked on the door. A girl answered. Gina told Gina and the co-defendant that he was sleeping and tried to close the door. Gina used her foot to prevent the door from closing, and she and the co-defendant entered the room.
All right.
Once inside, the co-defendant grabbed the girl by the hair, pointing the gun at her head, and demanded the money and the car keys.
Damn, just straight up. Give me everything.
Gina searched the room. The guy continued to sleep while this was going on. The co-defendant shoved the girl into the bathroom, told Gina to tape her up, which she did, duct taping the girl's wrists, mouth, and ankles. She never got a good look at the co-defendant, noticed a scar on the left side of his face. Now, Gina woke up the guy. The co-defendant told him not to look at him or he would be shot, so he turned away. Whatever. Basically, how this ends is holding the gun to the man's head. The co-defendant forced the man to call Taylor, who's the other guy. When Taylor arrives in the room, he knocked on the door and Gina opened it. The co-defendant was standing behind the door with the gun. When Taylor entered, the co-defendant pointed it at his face. Taylor reached for the gun and it went off. So Max B isn't even there. It seems like he was the mastermind behind it, and he sent his younger, wilder stepbrother, who was, I believe, 21, to go pull this off with Gina. Gina was already locked in. So Gina is the one that says, hey, I got this guy. He's a trick. He's got mad money, Max B says, all right, bet, we're going to get him. Max B sends his brother to Gina. When they get there, Gina wasn't expecting this dude to come with duct tape and a hammer, but that's how it goes. Gina still decides to open the door. They go in. They bound up the girl. Buddy pulls the gun out on the guy. Call your mans, tell him to come in here. When his mans comes in, because mind you, both of them got money,
Right.
he points the gun. His mans reaches for it, the shit goes off, he gets shot in the face. He's dead. That's how the murder happened. Now, while Max B didn't pull the trigger, in mid-2009, he'd be sentenced to 75 years in prison on conspiracy charges pertaining to armed robbery, kidnapping, aggravated assault, and felony murder. So what that means is, even though he didn't pull the trigger, he essentially cooked up the robbery, helped with the plan, helped orchestrate who would do what, and it was executed. So he was charged as if he was there. Now Gina, who was the on and off, again, stripper, who really is the one that started this whole thing because she came across a guy and couldn't just get tricked on. She wanted to rob him. Gina would end up getting 15 years. And, you know, she's out of there. And then the other co-defendant, Kelvin, would end up getting, I believe, a life sentence for murder. So this right here is the co-defendant, Kelvin Leardom, a.k.a. Pooh Sims. Now, when you Google him, nothing really comes up. You can find his Instagram, The Real Pooh Sims. I don't know why it's way up here, but just bear with me. And in the description of his Instagram, it tells you how to contact him on JPay. And he says, Max B, co-defendant, wrongfully convicted. So he's identifying himself as Max B's co-defendant because nobody really knows him for anything else. Now, things would start to get iffy with this situation because the co-defendant, Kelvin, a.k.a. Pooh Sims, apparently came out and said Max B snitched. And this would start a whole crazy thing because it's like, all right, well, his friend's gonna cut him off. He was beefing with Jim Jones, calling Jim Jones a snitch. How's this gonna go? Is he gonna be released? Is he gonna be embraced if he is? If he's a rat, should he just stay? So this man single-handedly started the whole snitch campaign against Max B. Now, once that happened, I mean, there's a ton of videos on this from a few months ago. Max B hit with new snitch allegations right before his release. Whack 100 claims he has paperwork on Max B snitching. It started to get crazy, right? And we're going to get down to the bottom of what the allegations are. So this is Pooh Sims on the phone with, I believe, Doggy Diamonds TV. Shout out to him. I don't know him personally, but I found this video and we're going to let Max B's co-defendant explain what he feels took place.
Because I'm not really sure.
Nah, well, let me make sure we clarify things. First and foremost, for those that don't know, it's your boy Pooh Sims from Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Max B co-defendant. Max B is also my family. His pops is married to my mom's.
Oh.
I'm locked up out here in Jersey for this case that me, him, and Gina Conway all got locked up for. During this time that we got locked up back in 2006, Max was signed to Jim Jones, Bird Gang, Dipset, caught this case. The police came to talk to Max. And Max B ended up cooperating with the police and assisting them.
So after they got booked, the police went and spoke with Max B, and Max B fully cooperated.
But I'm locate Gina Conway.
Okay, let me rewind that.
Okay, I see.
He said he helped the police locate her.
And Max B ended up cooperating with the police and assisting them with helping them locate Gina Conway. So that's what I put out there, and I put that back out. Like I said, we got locked up in 2006. I didn't get my discovery to the end of 2007, and that's when I put it out. I put it out in 2008. Put the paperwork out.
So for the people who don't know, what is a discovery?
Now
Okay, so what he's saying is Max B didn't cooperate necessarily against him, but against the girl Gina, who was his girlfriend at the time, right? And there's another page here from King Erna where he's apparently breaking down the actual documents that were sent to him by the co-defendant.
Yo, this is King Erna coming to you guys live and direct. I'm going to take you to the honorable paperwork that Pooh Sims gave me permission to have. He gave me permission to put this paperwork out. Now, he also told me to make sure I block out buildings, addresses, because this paperwork is not being put out to cause any type of negativity. It's being put out simply so Charlie Wingate supporters and followers can see that the lifestyle he speaks of being a gangster is not all cracked up what he says it to be. He's a
I pray to God that this man can read the actual fucking paperwork.
fraud. Now, I'm going to take y'all all the way over here, though. Right? And when I take you over here, I want to say, this is when the court is speaking. I have the transcripts. Not what Buck has. I don't know if that's a made-up, in Philly we call it 75-49. But this is what I have, okay? The court, thank you. You could be seated, please. And detective, I just remind you are previously sworn in this morning. You remain under oath to tell the truth, okay? Yes, Your Honor, thank you. The court, I believe we're on recess. Examination, Mr. Salute. Mr. Salute, thank you, Judge. Recrossing that examination by...
Man, I'm gonna just have to skip to wherever the fuck he talks about something important, because the way he be reading, I ain't gonna lie, this shit's kind of...
On redirect, Mr. Delaney talked to you about the fact that when you talked to Charlie Wingate, you already had information developed that Gina Conway was somehow an associate with Sin City. Right. Answer, correct. Question. Now, Sin City, did you go and look at the place? Do you know what the place is? I know what it is, but I was never there. This is the detective talking. Question, what is it? Answer, it's a club. It's a gentleman club. Question, strip club? Answer, that's another word for it, yes. Question, now you said in your direct and I'm going right over, hold on. My cross, that you were careful not divulge to Mr. Wingate information about the fact you were investigating a robbery and or a homicide, correct? The detective, answer, yes. And you said also to Mr. Delaney on redirect that you already had the information about Sin City, that Gina Conway was some way associated with Sin City when you went to talk to Mr. Wingate, right? Yes. Question. Mr. Wingate, however, independently, without you telling him that you had that information, also gave you that information about the fact that Gina Conway might be in some way associated with and or at Sin City, correct? Yes.
Am I missing something? Like, as to how the fuck this is like a big thing? Who's your girlfriend? Oh, my girl's Gina. Oh, what does she do for work? She's a dancer. She strips over at Sin City. Who's your girl? Jessica. What does she do for work? She works at fucking Dunkin' Donuts. Is that snitching? Let's if there's anything else.
Mr. Salute, nothing further, Judge. The court, okay? Thank you. Then they're going to go on. But listen, we're going to stop it here because I don't want nobody to misinterpret anything. I have the transcripts. Again, this is the transcripts. I have the transcripts. I don't have Wingate. Who is Charlie Wingate? Charlie Wingate is who? Max B, the quote-unquote wave lord. Simply can't stop telling.
Okay, so so the big thing that Max B snitched on was he said his girl works at the club. He didn't say that his girl set up a robbery. He didn't say that his stepbrother blew somebody's brains out. He said my girl work at a club. And that's all y'all had to fucking come up with? This is all the co-defendant could say to try to knock Max B's name out the way. So this is something that's interesting, right? I'm gonna show y'all what the fuck snitching actually is, because what they're talking about here ain't it. So again, this is Max B's actual appeal, right? Now when you go through Max B's appeal, we're gonna go after dude got his shit blown out, whatever. When detectives arrested Conway, Gina Conway, she gave them a statement implicating Max B and Pooh Sims. So right there, just so there's no confusion, Gina, who found the dude to be robbed, told Max B, went on the robbery with Pooh Sims and let everything play out, duct taped whoever, whatever. The second she got booked, she told on everybody. That's the snitch. There's no confusion as to who did what. Gina Conway, the girlfriend of Max B, was sentenced to 15 years in jail on Friday for her role in a botched burglary that left a man dead.
This nigga shouldn't be doing shit like that with strippers and shit. Stupid nigga, bro.
Conway, Gina Conway, testified against Max B and his stepbrother in a plea deal to avoid a potential life sentence. Y'all want to talk about snitching and say, oh, he said his girl worked at a fucking strip club. That's not snitching. What the fuck is that doing for solving a case? And then they're saying the police already knew the information anyway, so it wasn't like it was nothing that they didn't fucking know. But who snitched in the case is the girlfriend who was arrested, immediately blamed them, and then took a plea deal for 15, signed off on 15 years, and testified against Max B and the co-defendant. So why would the co-defendant be speaking out? This is Kelvin right here. This is the State of New Jersey Department of Corrections website. Kelvin's current parole eligibility date is June 26, 2070. Let me say that again. 2070. And he's convicted on 2 counts of murder, a count of aggravated manslaughter, kidnapping, 3 counts of robbery, a count of weapon possession, and a count of conspiracy with robbery. Right? He has a life sentence, technically. It says it right here. He has a life sentence. Let me scroll it down so you can... Oh, it can't because it's a little bit over. Yeah, he got fried, right? He got absolutely fried in this case. So why would he be speaking out against Max B? Well, Max B's coming home. Max B just came home. But leading up to that, obviously, he's looking at it like, what do you mean? Why is he getting out and I'm not getting out? Well, I'll tell you why. Because you actually blew dude's face off, and Max B wasn't even there when it happened. So again, like most of these cases, it seems like a case of hating. Gina set the whole shit up. Max B played his role, whatever. Gina went through with it with this guy. This guy popped a gun that he wasn't even supposed to bring. And it ended how it ended. He got life. She got 15. Max B got 75 and got it reduced down to a 20 piece. And just came home. Now, shout out to my boy Danza. Danza actually got on the phone with Max B leading up to his release to address the allegations and, get his side of the story.
You're on your way home, right? November 9th is the date for you to get home.
Call them about the price. Call them about the price.
Yo, as this day gets closer, what we notice all throughout everything, it's like the devil is trying to come in the way and hold you back from you know, being the man that you intend to be. You know what I mean? It's almost like, how could we pull something else out of him to possibly get him to have a hiccup in his progress?
And that's a fact. I mean, it's even something that they've accused me of, you know, as far as like BG when him coming home, or I mean, Thug, plenty of people, right? But a lot of the times these shits just pop off. I'm not the one that finds it. I'm just the one that finds the truth behind the situation. But it seems to be the thing. Somebody's getting released and immediately it's a snitch narrative thrown on them, whether it be true or false.
There's been some people out here on some platforms trying to throw some mud on your name, alleging they got this and that. What is your thoughts on what you hear about that?
Our seat covers aren't just engineered for comfort. Ford had to build a whole damn truck around them. The F-350 was basically built.
Listen, all I'm going to say is this. My case is sensitive. So, the shit I did to get here, I'm going to tell y'all this. If I did tell, shit, I would hope for that I got less time than motherfucking 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So, the rest of that, I'm gonna wait for the book.
Perfect. That's all he had to say. I love that, right? I'm gonna wait for the book so I can actually make money off of my life story. But I'm gonna say this: if I snitched, I would have hoped I got less than 20 years. Okay, well, let's look at the case, right? And let me zoom into myself. But shout out to my boy Danza. Let's look at the case. Max B got conspiracy charges on this shit, right? He wasn't there. He didn't actually do it. He didn't pull the trigger. He didn't duct tape anybody, right? But he got 75 years. Co-defendant got life, right? Gina was the one that introduced him to the scheme. Gina duct taped another woman, let the man in that had the gun, Pooh, and then Pooh blew somebody's face off. Gina took a plea deal after snitching when it first happened, implicating both co-defendants and testifying against both co-defendants. She got 15 years. So y'all think that if Max B snitched, he would have got hit with 75 when he wasn't even there? Because his participation compared to hers doesn't even compare. He would have got the lowest deal in the case. He would have been home. It doesn't add up realistically. So what would be the reason for all the hating? Well, I'm going to show y'all a throwback video of Max B. Y'all got to understand, this was one of the biggest shit poppers, shit talkers. Like, he used to pop his shit on everybody with no fucks given.
The man, Max B.
What's up, boy?
We on the Ave. We in the hood.
All day, every day.
All day, every day.
133, 7th and Lennox.
He got the hair out today. You know what I'm saying? No,
She loves me not. Hold on. All right. This nigga, Freaky Zeke, right? Nigga got shot and got subpoenaed, and you told on them niggas that bucked you up, nigga. Nigga, you not wavier than the boy.
Listen, I'm not even gonna show y'all all this shit because he gonna say so much shit that I'm gonna have to edit out. But I'm telling you, Max B used to pop his shit, and he's free. So don't be surprised when he goes to doing it again. And I just want to show y'all too. Max and French, their friendship goes so far back. So to see them, you know, let me see which video it was. To see them back together, smiling, cheesing, talking about going to Morocco. It's a beautiful fucking thing because this is a friendship that's lasted since the days when both of them were in the trenches for real.
Hey, yo, hold on. Oh, this Fresh Revolution?
Coke Dog Millionaire. Like
Shout to my nigga Gorilla, baby.
It's a Slumdog Millionaire.
Hold on, let me get on my shit. Shout to Gorilla. Shout to Gorilla, baby.
It feel good.
With the Gucci fits, and you know, now French is married to like the queen of Dubai. Let me see, or what it was. So French got a net worth between 35 million and 50 million according to sources. But at the same time, he just put a ring on this woman right here, who is the Dubai's princess with a $1 billion net worth. Like you can't even make that make sense. But welcome home to Max B. I'm going to be honest with you. I never until today looked into his case, looked into the allegations or anything like that. And now that I have, and I feel like I did so pretty quickly, no, I don't think Max B snitched in any fucking capacity, bro. You said to the police, yeah, my girl works over here. That's not snitching by any means. But your girl testified against you and implicated you in the crime that cost 16 years of your life. So I can't wait to see what Max B does. I feel like he's about to just stop popping that shit. Go back to his old ways and, you know, do what he do. And I wish him the best. 16 years in prison. I hope he spends the rest of his life free and enjoying the life that he has. But hey, it's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with me. Till next time.